Okay, so I just got out of the shower and I had the sudden urge to just make this video. So I'm gonna do that. My desk is still a mess and I'm still shaking my camera. I'm hoping that the autofocus is back off because I just started being on again and then I was just like, I really don't know why this is happening. So basically, I wrote my second college exam today. It's exam week, whatever. My first exam, my teacher is not really the best of teachers. He didn't really prepare us and tell us what was going to be on the exam. He just told us to basically study every chapter, so I figured how hard could it be, so I kind of just looked over my notes a little bit. And it was just totally, like, I don't know where any of this stuff was coming from. I don't know if my camera is even on right now. It is. But basically, it was just a total shock to everyone. We were all not prepared. So anyways, today's exam I was prepared for. It was pretty straightforward. The teacher kind of told us in advance basically what was going to be on the exam. So that's always nice. My screen's doing weird things. I can see it flashing against the wall. It's weird. Anyways, went into my exam room today. It was a weird kind of room where there were steps and there was desks along the steps. Kind of like an auditorium, if you would call it that. I don't know. And then there was like a flat at the bottom where the teacher's desk was. So basically you could see whatever the person in front of you, they were lower than you, so you could kind of see what they were writing. Which is a little bit of bad planning for an exam room because, you know, you can see what people are writing all around you. And it'll kind of just look like you're looking at your own paper because you're looking down and straight ahead. Anyways, there are these bunch of rowdy boys in my class, I'm just gonna call them. They're a bit older, and they were in a pack. Anyways, they weren't sitting together, they were sitting in different rows. One was in front of the other. Didn't think anything of it, they were just talking, whatever. Then we started the exam. Then I hear them whispering, and they're like sharing pencils and like weird stuff. They always do weird stuff in class. I don't know what the heck is going on with them. They're whispering. The teacher, first of all, the teacher didn't even notice. I feel like you shouldn't be whispering during an exam. That doesn't sound very, like, it sounds pretty suspicious when you're just whispering to your friends during an exam. And then I look up because the one guy's tapping on his desk. And I was like, what the heck does this guy want? And the guy in front of him holds up his paper inconspicuously, and the other guy starts writing down his answers. And I was like, is this really happening? This is real life in a college exam right now. This guy is, it wasn't even inconspicuous, it was just kind of like, oh, I'm just looking at my answers really conveniently that the person behind me can totally see exactly what they say. Like, I could see his answers, and I wasn't even, like, trying to read his answers. So clear, but it wasn't even, like, that one time it happened. This guy would continue, like, every once in a while, this guy would just tap on his desk or snap his fingers, and the guy in front of him would hold up his paper and just, like, stare at it as if he's contemplating his answers or something stupid. Like, what the heck? The teacher didn't, like, maybe the teacher noticed and he was waiting until the end to just, until they, like, handed in to be like, oh, I saw you cheating that entire time, by the way. Or, like, I don't know what the teacher was doing, because if the teacher didn't notice them doing that, like, are you kidding? That's gonna pass right now? This kind of behavior is happening, and no one's, I think I feel like a few people in my class noticed this going on, because it wasn't like there wasn't that many people in the room wasn't that big, and this guy would be tapping on his desk, and they'd be whispering, and they were like passing pencil sharpener back and forth between each other, and like, are you kidding right now? You're cheating on this exam in like the most obvious, because earlier on, one of my friends was sitting in front of my other friend, and she was like, oh yeah, if you ever need any help, I'll just hold up my paper and you can just look over it. And then this guy actually just did that in real life. This happened. And I'm just baffled. I really hope that he gets burned for that, because that shouldn't be acceptable anywhere. And oh my gosh, these guys have been causing trouble since day one. And I just find it laughable now, because in the real world, I feel like college should be the real world, but in the real world, that doesn't pass. You can't do that. So, that's my experience with finals for the first time, or exams. I call them exams. I don't know, a lot of people call them finals. That's what my college experience of exams has been like so far. I have my last one on Friday, and I'm hoping that those rowdy boys aren't up to something again, because I'm just done. I'm so finished with everything right now, and I'm looking for the button to turn this off.